The time is exactly 9:48 a.m. Welcome back. It is our final interview on news and views right here on Salam Media. And of course, another hot potato issue. And we are going to be talking with Nhlanhla Lux about the Soweto shutdown. What are the issues? How very many people have gathered there? And are they truly in their numbers, sending out a very strong message to the city of Johannesburg and to the mayor of Johannesburg? And that, of course, is Mpho Palatse. A very good morning to you, Nhlanhla Lux. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me, and hi to all the listeners.
Okay, so Nhlanhla, talk to us about the Soweto shutdown. The march, where are you as far as the march is concerned? Give us an overview
Yeah,
of what's going to happen for the rest of the morning,
yeah,
how it started,
yeah,
where you are at right now, and how it's going to
yeah.
proceed.
Right. This is how what's going on. In the morning, all communities in Soweto met at 8 o'clock, and led. They all went to Maponya Mall to meet for 9 o'clock. And I just arrived. I'm at Maponya Mall. All communities are here, and we're about to leave in a motorcade that goes to the mayor's office. And once we get there, we're going to be parking the cars at a certain park so that we can all march to the mayor's office. And the purpose of this particular march is the people saying that, reminding politicians that the time for politics to use and abuse our people is over. The people have woken up and realized that there's no use in breaking infrastructure and taking to the streets whenever we have a problem. Whenever we have a problem, we are going straight to where the problem comes from. In this particular case, it's the lack of leadership in our political structures. And we're saying to the mayor, as the first citizen of the city of Johannesburg, as the mayor of Johannesburg, she needs to be part and parcel of our problems and therefore our solutions. We are reminding the mayor that she's not there to lead organizations. She might be a DA member, but she's not there to lead the DA. She's there to lead the people. When you're a real leader, you lead even those you disagree with. You must lead everyone. She's the mayor of Johannesburg, not of some people in Johannesburg. So the people are saying we are going there to start a new era of doing things. We need a deliberate type of leadership. Wherever there's a problem, in this particular case, service delivery at the top of the list is ESCOM. We are saying ESCOM must be there, and we must speak on how we are going to find solutions that will be sustainable, that will make sure that even our kids don't have to take to the streets. We are tired of being barbaric and being known to be people that just go to the streets when we're angry. We also need an opportunity to do great by our communities and focus on our careers. We can't always be fighting petty issues and small issues that are thanks to the lack of leadership that is in this country.
And Nhlanhla, those you say petty and small issues, but they have a huge impact on our lives. Having said that,
Yes,
what does the numbers look like of the people that have gathered on this march? And then also
uncounted.
you have said that it's time for barbarism to be put aside. This is going to be a
Yes,
peaceful march, and I'm really
oh yes,
happy to hear that, because it doesn't
yes,
serve us as South Africans to go out protesting, but then we damage the infrastructure. And at the end of the
oh
day,
yes.
we then pay the price for it. So, can you confirm that it's definitely going to be peaceful? There's not going to be any looting, rioting, or damage.
Yeah. Oh no, that I can confirm with you 100%. It's a registered march with the city of Johannesburg. All law enforcement is here on site. We've got some that are waiting for us, some that will be with us along the way. The people understand that we're here to address the problems. We're not going to allow for criminals to infiltrate us and move and dilute the agenda. Because once we have some things happening on the side, then we are going to start being seen as criminals more, instead of being seen as a community that's raising serious concerns. So people understand that, and we were well within our way of going there peacefully. The entire morning has been peaceful. There hasn't been a sign of anarchy, and the police, including our own community security systems, are on the ground because we know each other, we know who the problem causes are, and we're looking at guaranteeing that this march will be 100% safe for all.
Good on you. And is there any way of you perhaps telling us approximate numbers of people that have gathered to go on this
Yeah.
march?
So a bus takes about 60 people. We've got about 10 buses that have counted this morning, and there's some
Mm,
communities that are meeting us halfway as well. Some people are already there. So what 60 times 10? That's already 600.
mm, mm.
So
Okay.
where I am, and there's other meeting points where people are going. So we'll be in our thousands easily
Oh, easily. Okay, so you are at Maponya Mall at the moment.
at the
Uh,
moment. Yeah.
right, so you guys are going to be in a motorcade going to Braamfontein to the Peter Ross
Yes,
Park on Empire Road. Obviously, the
yes,
motorcade is going to create a bit of traffic
yes,
congestion. But I guess that's a
yes, yes,
price
yes.
you have to pay as long as there's no looting, rioting, or infrastructure damage.
100%. I
What
will,
time do
yeah, I will,
you expect
yeah,
to
sorry.
be? How? What time do you expect to be at Peter Ross Park?
Within the next hour, 30 minutes.
Okay. What happens
Yeah.
there after once you congregate there?
We park the buses, the cars, and we march to the mayor's office. The process starts of handing over the memorandum, engaging the mayor, presenting some of the problems, priority problems, and then we all sit down and we start. Then it's them to their responsibility to then say their part of of the day, and from there we move forward together.
Okay. How much time have you allowed yourself to meet with the mayor? And has she
Yeah.
agreed to meet with you?
Oh yes, she has. She has no choice. She has no choice.
Okay.
She's dealing with a different type of people here.
All right, great. How much time do you think this whole operation is going to take? You are suggesting that it's going to take an hour to get to
Yeah.
Braamfontein. You
Yeah.
then meet with the mayor, you have a discussion, you have an agreement, for want of a better word. Thereafter,
Yeah.
how are the members going to be dispersing? Hopefully, very peacefully, but
In the,
do they get back onto
yeah.
the buses and go back to
Yeah. In the
Soweto?
same buses. The same buses are taking people back to their their communities, not just Mapoyamon. So their grannies will be back home properly, guaranteed.
Grannies as well.
Yeah. There's everybody here. There's school kids because schools are affected by lack of electricity and service delivery and so forth. So we've got school kids. It's exam time. Those that are not writing exams or those that are done are here with the communities because this problem affects everybody.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
What does your list of demands look like? And
So
what time frame are you
yeah.
giving the mayor in which to respond?
Yeah, the mayor has 7 days to respond. I mean, it's not to solve; it's to respond and say that we are taking new direction, new attitude. Here are the problems. This problem, I'll give it to this department to solve for me. And yes, people from the community will be part and parcel of the process. And as to ESCOM, this is the approach. In the next 21 days of a meeting with the CEO, I'm making examples here, and we need solutions, etc., etc. So 7 days the mayor has to respond to the petition.
Okay, what are those list of demands?
Yeah, it's basic service delivery. The people of Soweto are not asking for more than what is prescribed. We are asking for the same treatment that the rest of South Africa in certain areas is getting. I know that some of our people are also just living as bad as we are, but I'm saying that the basics in terms of the law, the basics in terms of what the constitution says, we are not asking for more. We're just saying water and sanitation. We're saying housing, we are saying electricity, we are saying safety for our gogos in our communities. Every other day there's a gogo being raped. It can't be normalized. And when you look at who's
Absolutely.
raping the gogos, it's the people who are high on nyaupe, on drugs. And if you look at who's selling the drugs, are people who seem to be untouchable. Why are these people untouchable? Why don't you have a deliberate system, government and law enforcement, that ensures that there are no drugs in these communities? Because we are preparing monsters that are growing up in these communities in this type of environment when they of a certain age and they're the adults of this country. Your kids and my kids are going to live amongst them, and we must be careful with what we are allowing to happen to these kids when they're still young, because when they rise and grow older, we'll not stop them. No one will be able to stop them. There will be mad adults that are part of our society. So let's take care of each other because the future requires it.
Absolutely. It's a very, very big ask because when you look at the issue around, drug peddling, drug addiction, we do know that there's an entire mafia operating in all of the townships and all around the country. So that's a really huge task. Not sure we can eradicate it within a couple of months or a couple of years. It's going to take a lot of hard work. But that being said, regarding electricity and service delivery, The response might be that one of the problems with the electricity is the numerous illegal
Yeah.
connections in the townships. How are you going to then address that issue?
I'm sorry, my line went off. As we speak, we don't have
Okay.
electricity in this community, so the
Okay, the
network is very
response to the response to service delivery, especially
yeah,
electricity, the
yeah.
mayor or her office might say that it's out of their hands because the townships
It's
have massive illegal electricity connections, and if they go in to address that problem, they're putting themselves at risk.
if you as a mayor have enough courage to stand up and say that this is beyond me, then you're not the right person for the job. You are there to represent the people, the good and the bad that comes with the people. You are there to address solutions because yes, you might have inherited some problems, but they're for you to solve. Unless you were taking your office as mayor for sake of media and for your CV to one day say I was once a mayor. If you're a real mayor, you're going to solve problems and you're going to be deliberate and intentional about solving these problems. If there's illegal connections and you know about it, it's illegal. You can get the police to act on illegal issues that are to do with our communities because then you are saying that you are working to solving the problem. You can't just sit back and say it's outside our jurisdiction and this is nothing I can do about it. Then you don't know your job as a mayor. You represent the people, you must represent the people for what the people are. And if the people are people that are poor, then you must understand you are representing poor people. If you are representing people with degrees, you must then up your game so that you can articulate the people, the issues of the people that you are representing. Some communities are so well off that their problem is there's a lot of flies in the area. We don't care for flies. We still want to. So you need to understand the people you are leading. So we're not taking any excuse from a mayor that says that can't be my problem. Every problem that comes from our people is your problem as the number one citizen of the city of Johannesburg.
Okay, Nhlanhla, finally, we need to wrap
Yeah.
up now. But obviously,
Okay.
government can't do this on their own. They're going to need buy-in, and they're going to need support from the local community regarding
Yeah.
ridding the townships of drugs, ridding the townships of other unsavory characters and activities in the townships. Are you then prepared to join
Okay.
hands with government to try and clean up the townships and South Africa as a whole?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. I can hear you clear now. Sorry. Just the last part of the question.
I said government can't do this on their own. We do know that civil society needs to become involved. Are you,
Oh yes. Yes.
Nhlanhla
Yes.
Lux, and your group of people, your communities, are you prepared to join hands with government to clean up the townships, to clean up South
Oh yes.
Africa, clean up South Africa of the drugs, the drug trade,
Oh
the
yes.
illicit
Oh
drug
yes.
trade, and illegal connections, etc.? Whatever is holding us back, are you prepared to
Yes.
join forces with government to clean up South Africa?
I am prepared to join forces personally and as a community leader. So we're just saying that the time for all the nonsense that happened yesterday is over. This is a new day that includes everyone that is a South African, even those that are not living in Soweto. You understand that if we decide that we are irresponsible and we're not playing ball, it will affect you, even you that I'm talking to now. So it's
Mm,
our
mm.
it's our joint responsibility to take care of this country because the future of all our children depend on it. So we as Sowetans, we are saying we are prepared to walk this journey, as difficult as it may be, with the government of the day. Even if there's a new government that's coming, with that government of the day, any government to say that let's clean up our act. Us as people, we also take responsibility. We appreciate there's a lot of wrong that communities have done, but we say today is the day that we use to start a new era of people and come together, South Africans, hold hands and move through our problems.
Good on you, Nhlanhla Lux. We are going
Thank
to
you.
watch you and the space very, very closely, and hopefully, we're
Thank
going
you
to
very much.
be awaiting your update right here on Salam Media. So, do keep in touch with us so that we can share all of the information with all of our listeners. Thank you indeed. God bless and stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you to you and all the listeners. Love you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. 3 after 10 o'clock, that was Nhlanhla Lux talking to us about the Soweto shutdown. You heard it from the horse's mouth. We are going to be following that story very closely over the next few days, and let's hope and pray that it goes well. Time for me to wrap up. A big thank you to the two producers, Kolani and Nasreen Naidu. Till tomorrow morning at the same time. As always, keep safe. Assalamu alaikum and Khudafiz from me, Julie Ali.